Hey everybody, Sam Kavaris in the Nimnicht Chevrolet Sports Update. First of all, stay safe, be safe, make smart decisions when it comes to this weekend and Hurricane Irma. There's no question that that's the primary thing. Now, as far as sports goes, we canceled all of our regular sports programming to dedicate news time to covering Hurricane Irma. So no football Friday, no Jaguars Friday night, and now no Florida or Florida State football games. Both games were canceled. It's clearly the right decision, and not just, you know, I mean, a football game is supposed to be a fun football environment, and then that's not going to happen. Then you clog the roads up with all the different people that are trying to get to and from the games, and then all the other people trying to leave the state. And then you also have a lot of security personnel and people who have to run the stadium. So it's the right thing to do. Just, they're non-conference games. Florida and Florida State will no doubt pay their opponents, Northern Colorado as well as University of Louisiana Monroe, an undetermined amount of money. Nonetheless, it's the right thing to do as everybody is trying to stay safe. The Jaguars, meanwhile, will leave on Saturday and go to Houston. When they get a chance to come back is still yet to be determined, but according to the forecast, we may have some wind and rain, but they may be able to get back in here on Sunday night after the game. Nonetheless, Jaguars are a decided underdog in this game. Although they may have decided on a left guard, it's still an unsettled situation on the offensive line. And in the end, it's going to come down to how the offensive and defensive lines are able to establish the line of scrimmage. If you watch the game, try in the first quarter to not watch the ball and just watch what happens on the offensive line. If the Jaguars are either neutral or 1 yard downfield, well, then good things are going to happen because Leonard Fournette is going to take advantage of that. And with the kind of vision that he has as a running back, he'll get some yards. If the play starts a yard in the Jaguars' backfield, that's big trouble. Conversely, the same thing for the Jaguars' defense. If the Jaguars' defense can neutralize the offensive line or get the play to start a yard in the Texans' backfield, that'll be a very different thing. We didn't see any of that in the preseason, but then again, this is the first time that all 11 guys as projected starters will step on the field together and play against the Houston Texans. If there's one thing going for the Jaguars, it's the kind of game that Houston wants to play, and Tennessee the following week for that matter, that could play to the Jaguars' advantage in that none are incredibly explosive offensive teams. This doesn't look to be a 42-35 game. This is probably a 21-13 game, more than likely in favor of the Houston Texans. I'm Sam Kavaris, and that's the Nimnicht Chevrolet Sports Update. Stay safe.